Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We've got a beer from Banks Brewing tonight. It's going to be the first of two reviews. Starting a little bit earlier, so it's good. And yeah, I've got to work early in the morning, so I'll still get to bed at a decent time. This one's a bit of a tribute to, I don't know if it was a worker or one of the mates of the brewery team, but it's called Muffin But a Pleasure. So I'd say the dude's nickname was Muffin. It's got like he's got like the fluorescent flannelette shirt and like the vest, and then the muffin as a head. Looks like he's Canadian or something. But yeah, it's a hazy IPA. It's at 6%, so reasonably low. I'll read what it says on the back. Hazy IPA dedicated to our good friend Morgs as he heads off on his next adventure in the beer world. So yeah, I'd say it's a worker. A juicy and tropical IPA with a leaner ABV for maximum drinkability. Soft, juicy, and tropical. Cool. So yeah, it's going to be one of those beers that'll be tasty but like sessionable. Not going to blow your mind, but just sort of solid beer. Cheers to the chat. Who have we got so far? We've got Evie, got Hamish. Yeah. Yeah, pretty cool can artwork. Let's get into it. So yeah, I've got my hashtag proper glassware. It's the Banks Brewing glass with the seagull. It's their latest one they've brought out. Let's get into it. I can smell that tropical goodness straight away. Looks pretty good. So it's like a lighter orange. Probably looks a bit darker in the camera. I would say a 1 to 2 finger white foamy head. Sort of in between cloudy and hazy. Medium body, light carbonation. If you just looked at it as is, you'd think it's probably a bigger beer than what it is. Yeah, looks the part. Looks pretty nice. Let's go a smell. Yeah, definitely tropical leaning. I get like pineapple, passion fruit, melon, and maybe like guava as well. Maybe a touch of berry. Just smells like a sweet tropical smoothie. I'm going to say a white bready base, maybe some biscuit as well. But yeah, it's going to be more sweet than like your dry and bitter. Smells pretty good. Yeah, being 6%, if it's tasty, I've got that punchiness to it. It'd be a pretty good crusher beer. It's a cool name, Muffin, but a pleasure. It just reminds me of Canada. I think it's the flanny and the vest, like something a lumberjack would wear. Cheese cookies. I could go on about that for a very long time, but my favourite beers personally are stouts, like barrel aged stouts and West Coast IPAs. And probably my least favorite would be, it's sort of hard. Probably like your Asian macro beers or African. They just got that sort of shitty water quality and like, I don't know, tastes like wet soil, dirt, or like they've got like a corny sort of, or sometimes like a metallic taste to them. But yeah, as far as actual breweries and that go, there's just too many to mention. So let's do it. Cheers. Never had old Milwaukee. Whereabouts are you based? So yeah, I'm in Victoria in Australia. Um, my favourite macro beer is VB, Victoria Bitter. But yeah, it's only really available in Australia. Yeah, slept terribly, mate. I went to bed pretty much straight after the review, and yeah, just laying there so hot. I opened up all the windows, and then I was getting all this noise from outside, and I just couldn't relax. And like even the dogs were real fidgety and that as well. I would have been lucky to get probably 2 hours sleep, I reckon. And I was real worried about tonight because it was meant to be hotter, but we got that bit of rain here, and yeah, it's definitely cooler here tonight. So I've opened up all the doors, all the doors and windows again, hoping it's not as hot in my bedroom. God, it was bad last night. Yeah, I've got a couple of Canadian people in the community. Um, got a few from BC, got a couple from Ontario. We've even got one in Newfoundland. Um, yeah, the actual Canadian craft beer scene's pretty good, but you just have real shit laws where it's real hard to get beers from other state or other provinces. I've drank more Canadian craft beer, like more range of it than most of my Canadian beer mates. Just because in Australia here we've got this couple of bars in Melbourne and they have really good contacts with some Canadian brewers. And because we don't have the laws here, we're able to just get whatever Canadian beers we want. But yeah, just we don't get them that often. These guys here have actually brewed with some Canadian brewers a few times. Pretty cool. Yeah. It sounds like it'd be a shit like malt liquor or something like that. It's funny. I've had all this hype like American and Canadian craft beer, but then I haven't had half the macros. Like I've never tried Bud Light. I've never tried Miller High Life. I've never tried Bush. Like all that sort of stuff. Like yeah, and like same in Canada. I've never had Moosehead. Quite a few others. Oh, cheers, Juzzy. Good to see you, brother. Oh, I'm yawning. Yeah. Always good to see some new faces, brother. Feel free to subscribe. Do this stuff quite often. Do like beer reviews live like this, like probably most nights, and then do some panel stuff as well, where people jump up and we just have like discussions or talk shit. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Got a good community, people from all around the world. G'day, Emma. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. It's pretty muggy tonight. Cheers, Drance. Hope you're well. So yeah, I'm on a beer by Banks. It's a dedicate, like a bit of a tribute to, I'd say it's a former worker. It's called Muffin, but a pleasure. So that's a pretty clever name. Silly little head on him. It's like a hazy IPA, but it's not too big, like it's 6%, so pretty crushable. Good one to start off on. And then the next one I'm doing is called the Chronic. It's a really dank and bitter IPA from a Sydney brewery. It's going to be good, but the only shit thing is it's only like a small can. I hate when you get a beer and you really enjoy it, but it's in like a tiny can. Fireworks. What's going on? Where are they coming from? Maybe it's one of the stadiums, like with a sports event or something. Or is it out your way, like Brunswick? I'm so glad I started a bit earlier tonight. Like I had dinner. I was like, I'm going to bed early tonight. I don't care what's said. Um, I'm going to do 2 beer reviews. I'm going to have dinner. I'm going to get the dogs fed. Like so, I fed the dogs just before I went on Juzzy's stream. I had dinner even before that, so must have had dinner at like 5:30, and then yeah, already onto my first beer review, and it's only 8 o'clock, so I should be in bed by about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Oh yeah, Chinese New Year, Year of the Horse. I had a beer the other day that was dedicated to Year of the Horse. Yeah, yep, yeah, that's what they say. And then if you get an IPA, it's an Imperial India Pale Ale, so it just means it's bigger in ABV, or sometimes they call them doubles or triples. And then you got all these different styles of IPA, which makes it even more confusing. Like New England, California, America, hazy, black, red, white, Belgian. It's like metal music. There's about 400 different genres. Oh, I can't believe it's only Tuesday. I'm already wiped from work. It just gets to that point where, yeah, if you, I mean, I had a little bit of time off over Christmas, but I still just feel like I haven't had enough time to sort of recover. Like, we've been doing a lot of overtime, so we're all really tired. And yeah, you could just, everyone was so flat today after a hot, muggy night. Like, you could just tell most of us hadn't slept. And we're all going in there at like 4 in the morning, like probably a couple of hours sleep between all of us. And yeah, just the, the mood was very lackluster. Yep. There'd be a lot of good like markets and stuff, wouldn't there? I'd imagine there'd be some good food places and stuff. It's one thing I'd get into if I lived in like the city is all the different sort of events they have, like to celebrate different ethnic groups and that, except for anything Islam. God, that infuriated me in like Europe and that when they were trying to do their local Christmas events, and then like the Islam were like playing music, prayer music, and that over the top of them just to be cunts. Yeah, I've seen that earlier. Fuck me. Yeah. I like it's bad. It's something you don't wish on anyone, but I really one day hope that a politician or a politician's family member gets harmed in some way that then they actually experience what it's like to live amongst this shit, and then they might actually put their foot down. Like, I would absolutely love if an African gang broke into like a few politicians' homes and held them at knife, like while they're half asleep at night. I mean, you shouldn't wish that upon, but I just feel like nothing's going to change. Like they're out of touch with what's going on. I feel a little bit lightheaded. I had one. What did I have? I had one bourbon when I was on Juzzy's show, and then half a beer, and then I finished the bourbon off of So this is only like I've only had 2.5 drinks, and I feel lightheaded. I'm a rookie. One album I listened to tonight in the shower, and I was just like, "Fuck, this is awesome." Remember the Presidents of the United States of America album from back in it would have been the 90s? Oh my God. Listen to that from start to finish if you grew up with it. The nostalgia is so awesome. I hadn't heard it for years, and I still remembered like even the little talky parts of songs that I hadn't heard for so long. I was just quoting everything, knew every word, even knew when the bass guitar was coming in, and yeah, it's bullshit. Good to see you've got the similar views, Thomas. I think we're all sort of on a similar page in my community. It's good. Oh yeah, which one did you go to, bro? I went to the Tuesday night, and then I went to Metallica on the following Saturday. Yeah, it was unreal. People were like, "Which concert did you prefer?" It's like I can't pick. They were both outstanding. The amount of hate for Oasis, man, it's like they're not even that good. Wonderwall's a shit song. Oh, shut the fuck up. Have you heard any other song but Wonderwall? Oh yeah, I've heard Champagne Supernova. Whack! Just these people that have this hatred, like tall poppy syndrome. Oasis are fucking superstars. I don't care what people say. They are a fucking brilliant band with a massive catalogue of hits. And you just get these brain dead morons just wanting to hate on them. It's like I've got all these friends in the community and they're like, the Beatles are overrated. Oh, shut up. If you think the Beatles are overrated, you don't have a fucking music bone in your body. Yeah. Little blue doom buggy in my hand. It was really enjoyable. Like, go listen to it, man. Listen to it tonight or tomorrow, whenever you got a bit of free time. Go back and listen to it from start to finish, and you'll just be like, fuck yeah. One thing that impressed me with that album too is back in the day they played on 2 and 3 string guitars. So they were very limited with what they could actually play. They would have just been playing power chords, and it was all pretty simple, but yeah, fucking good tunes. Oh, cool. That's unreal, man. Yep. Totally agree. Noel is my boy. Even his like solo stuff and that's fucking incredible. He's very, very underrated in my opinion. People don't realise too, like when he sings, he's fucking awesome. Yeah, hit the old thumbs up, peeps. Good to see some reoccurring folk and some newies in the chat. Yeah, Beatles are phenomenal. It's just brain dead morons that don't realise that they're in a completely different era and they've made tunes that have started fucking revolution and inspired so many other bands after them. They're overrated. Overrated, in my opinion, are shit fucking radio personalities now, like Nicki Minaj and all that crap. That's fucking overrated. Angie. Angie's got a bit of warmth in him. He's right up against me. This beer's got a little bit of I feel like it's coming from like the melon and the passion fruit. It's got like a tartness to it. The old honeydew melon and passion fruit. I reckon it's got some galaxy in it, possibly. It doesn't actually mention the hops on this beer. Normally they do. Okay, guys in the chat and girls, who's a band that you haven't seen yet that you really want to see? Obviously, it has to be a band that's still going, not like dead or retired. Or... Yeah, they got swagger. They got that attitude like we're kings of the world and we don't give a fuck what you think. I love that. That's what makes good musicians. That's what makes good sports stars. Makes good actors until they go and hang out with Epstein. Hit that thumbs up, legends. I'm looking forward to this next beer. I got a feeling it's going to be really like weedy and dank. I mean, it's not called the Chronic for nothing. The brewery aren't anything special, but you know how when you're a company that's just got that particular product that you nail every time? Well, that's one of those beers. For some reason, they just brought this beer out years ago and just absolutely knocked it out of the park. And every time they brew it since, it's really, really good. Like, just seems to be heaps better than most of their other stuff. Cheers, Smokey. Good to see you, brother. I've still got a heap of Kiwi beers in the fridge. I'll have to chuck a few of them on rotation tonight. I want to do. I've got a West Coast from Duncan's, a West Coast from 8 Wide, a West Coast from Garage Project, sour from Double Vision or whatever they're called, and then I've got that duo one, the Urban or Brewery, where they have the two beers connected to each other, and they're two different styles, and you break them up, you drink them separately, and then you cuvee. I can't remember the styles. I dare say it's probably an IPA and a sour. That's what they normally are. Yeah, the Stones are awesome. Cheers, Haz. Good to see you, brother. I watched your Beck's review the other day. I was like, what's he doing drinking this shit? But yeah, it was sort of good, just a like a revisit sort of thing. Yeah, I had a bad experience on Beck's. One of the supermarkets, they kept selling it cheap back when I was like maybe late teens, early 20s. And my best mate was a massive Beck's fan at the time. And he's like, oh, we'll get a couple of cases, it'll be right. And yeah, they must have been in and out of the fridge about 300 times. They were absolutely trash. And yeah, just ever since we had them and we had to keep drinking them because we had nothing else, it's just like I refused to go back to them since. Worst thing with beers like that, man, it'd be the same with you guys. They fucking brew them all now in your own country. So like Guinness, Beck's, like probably Heineken, Budweiser, Miller Draft, like all these beers now, they're all like contract brewed out of like Coopers and shit like that. So you're not even getting the real deal. Yeah, no, I totally understand. I went to buy your gin the other day and I can't get it now. It keeps coming up sold out. And it's like, what the fuck? Every time I go to get it, something goes wrong. There's a company called Master of Malt or something that has it. And I thought, oh, they must be Australian based. So I ordered, they had the gin and the vodka, and one of them come in a set where it had like two tasting glasses and it looked really good. I thought, oh yeah, this is all right value for money. And then the delivery was about $80. I'm like, well, fuck that. I'm not paying that. So yeah, I just feel like I'm never gonna fucking try them. Yeah, cool, man. I heard you've done some Australian beers. Was it you and Adam and Jake? It was you and Adam and someone else, and yeah, he was telling me all about it. You did like some one drop and something else. Fuck yeah, Kaiser Chiefs are rad. I've actually seen them twice. And once was at a music festival. It might have been Big Day Out. It was something like that anyway back in the day. And then I seen them. They toured with Foo Fighters back. Yeah, it would have been probably early 2000s. So it was like Foo Fighters featuring Kaiser Chiefs. It was a fucking awesome tour because it was at the point where Kaiser Chiefs were like a really well-known band in the UK, and here they are as a backup for Foo Fighters. So you had a lot of like English backpackers and stuff at the gig because Kaiser Chiefs was so big at the time. Yeah, cool. That's is that Josh Homme from Queens? Is he in them? I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah, I remember you saying that last time. You're going to take it easy. Nothing wrong with that, brother. Yep. You're one of us too, Em. It's good to see. I think most people, the way the world's gone, the way our country's going at the moment, a lot of people have got conservative views now, and yeah, it's I don't know. I really hope it doesn't turn out like it is in Europe at the moment. Apart from like Poland and Czech and some of those Eastern nations, or like a lot of the Western countries in Europe, they're absolutely fucked now. Yeah, exactly. See, I'm not overly religious. Just grew up as a Catholic boy, like most Australians, with sort of English and Irish and whatever heritage. And yeah, I just hold Christian values important in society. I just think to function as a decent Western world, as soon as you take Christian values away, it's just fucking chaos. Yeah, imagine if you're a digger that fought for the country and you're like looking at what's going on now, you'd be fucking, your blood would be boiling. Cheers, Hoover. Long time no see, mate. Quick pop in, a nightcap, if you may. Hope you're well. Yeah, good tune. I used to work with a girl named Ruby, and I'd always think of that song. Damn, man. Look after yourself. It's not good. Yeah, for sure. Hit that thumbs up, peeps, if you haven't yet. This beer is highly drinkable. It's about what I expected. Like, it's probably a little drier than I expected. I thought it might be a bit sweeter. But yeah, that tropical flavour sort of carries through from the nose. Just not as sweet. But yeah, pretty solid. It's pretty punchy flavour for a 6% beer. Oh, I can't be bothered getting up at fucking 4 a.m. I just want to retire. I'm sick to death of working my ass off and getting like no return. Like I don't know. In today's world, you rent and all your bills and that's all so expensive. You bust your ass, you do all this overtime, and you just feel like you're getting nowhere. It sucks. Cheers, brother. Appreciate it. Hopefully your shift goes all right. Oz post at Melbourne Airport. Yeah, it'd be busy as hell there. Ah, good to see you, man. Always appreciate you popping up. I will do. That'll get me probably a nice little 4-pack or something. So yeah, cheers, bro. Yeah. Cheers, Ryan. Hope you're well, brother. Hope all's good in Germany. Yorick. How are you, brother? Long time no see. It's good seeing you're on Drewies, man. Miscellaneous. We'll have to share a beer again sometime, buddy. Oh, it's good to see some people pop in tonight I haven't seen for a while. Yeah, bloody oath. Once they take over the population, it's going to be hard to stop. It doesn't help when we're letting them take over all the positions in politics already. Or we're not, but they are in the UK. There's fucking heaps of them. One thing that'll help you big time, Smokey, is that holiday. Once you go on that holiday and you get a bit of, I don't know, you sort of get to sort of just settle down and come to terms with a lot of stuff. And I don't know, you'll leave a lot of troubles behind when you go on your holiday and sort of get to know yourself better. And yeah, I just feel like it'll be do you the world of good, brother. How long are you going for? You won't want to go back. I've got a huge blowfly above my head, and it's got such a loud buzz on it. I just want to smack it. I was going to say I may as well pour the rest, but I already have. Damn it! So yeah, in about probably 5 minutes or so, I'll wrap this one up and start the new one. So come over and join us on that. It'll be a quite a weedy beer. See, I've got no idea what it's meant to be like tomorrow, but yeah, like yesterday they said it was going to start to get warm and it was like hot as fuck and real muggy. Like I felt like I was in Southeast Asia. And then, yeah, obviously couldn't sleep at all last night. Went to work this morning, tired as fuck, and like had a fairly physical day, so that didn't help. And then, yeah, today was meant to be hotter. It was meant to be the hottest day, and everyone was like real cautious and were worrying about bushfires and that because of the wind and shit. And then, yeah, it just sort of didn't really turn out that way, and it started raining and shit. So hopefully it's a bit cooler tonight and I can actually sleep. What have you been drinking lately, dude? If you go for a while, I would suggest checking out maybe at least one or two other countries. I mean, yeah, if you're going to go Just don't be one of those. I couldn't see you being that type of person, but don't be one of those people that goes all the way to another country and just stays in the one spot the whole time. That grinds my gears. It's like fucking get out there and experience. Like when I've been to Thailand, it's like I'm not just going to Phuket. I'm going up in the mountains in Chiang Mai. I'm going to the fucking Golden Triangle. I'm going to Bangkok. Like I want to check it all out. Like you only live once, and yeah, I just feel people spend all this money and go to all this effort to go to places, and then they'll just stay in like one spot the whole time. Welcome in, Thomas. Another Thomas. A lager here in Kosovo. Fuck yeah, that's awesome, man. What type of lager is it? Like a pilsner? Welcome in anyway. I don't know how you found the channel, but yeah, it's good the algorithm's helping me. Yeah. Yeah. There's Thomases everywhere. Pilsner style, not bad. Yeah, cool, man. What's the beer scene like where you're from? I'd imagine it's probably pretty good, like underrated. I've tried a few like beers from sort of Eastern Europe and that, and I've found there's a lot of good like stouts and lagers. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Steve always offers good advice. I'd like to think I'm an intelligent man and Steve's the same. Being a bit older, always give good advice to some of the younger ones out there. I reckon I'd score this one. I'm going to say a 4.3 out of 5. It's probably about where I'd think it would have been, like before I even cracked the can. I just know banks well enough to know what their top shelf stuff is, or what's going to really blow my mind, what's going to be pretty good but not sort of elite, what's going to be sort of solid like this. And then, yeah, sometimes where some of their faults might be, but definitely one of my favourite breweries. I love them. Great people. I just wish it wasn't so far away from where I live. But yeah, so yeah, everyone that's watching now, hopefully you can pop over to my next one. I'm going to start another one in probably 5 minutes or so. It's already on YouTube, ready to go. It's called the Chronic IV. It's a West Coast double IPA by a Casher out of Sydney. So yeah, I'm going to do that next. I just like to break them up separately, so when people search for the beers, it's just the one beer they'll find. It's just one of those things when you go live, you want to sort of try and make it so people can still watch stuff back afterwards. Yeah, you got plenty of people here to chat to if you ever need it, brother. Yeah, I didn't think your name was very European. Thomas Taylor. Colorado's got an awesome beer scene, I know that. Yeah, cool. Yep. Sweet, dude. Yeah, well, welcome in. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. We're always doing live beer reviews and some hangouts every now and then. And we've got a community of people from, all around the globe. It's really cool. I've been doing YouTube for about a year and a half. I've been part of the community for a lot longer. So, like, I've had a lot of beer friends for, probably a good sort of 5 years or more. I was always watching other people's stuff, and I'd be that loud one in the chat asking questions all the time and giving people banter and all that sort of shit. So, sort of made a bit of a name for myself doing that. And then, obviously, because I made a lot of mates, they're all like, "Oh, you need to start your own channel. You need to do your own shit." So, yeah, here I am. So, yeah, I started off pretty strong, just knowing a lot of people already. And then the hardest thing was trying to crack the Aussie, like trying to get Aussie algorithm, like where, what Aussie people started watching, because all my fan base was sort of, well, not fan base, like all my subscribers, like community peeps were, like US and UK, just people I knew through the beer world. So, it's going pretty strong now. It's good. Yeah, cool, brother. Cheers, Brett. Never late, brother. Nah, I'm about to do another one, dude. So come join us over there. So, same to everyone else. I'll be shutting this one off now and starting the new one. So come follow us over there and hit the thumbs up on this one if you haven't already. And as I said, 4.3 out of 5 for Banks's Muffin But a Pleasure. Hazy IPA, it was 6%. So, thanks for joining us, and hopefully we see you on the next. If not, maybe tomorrow or later in the week. So, cheers, legends. We'll see you soon.